He says, hi, Derek, great to see you. Thank you for continuing to comment on my question from Tony. Nothing specific, but I enjoy learning from your stories and would love to hear anything you wish to share, especially enjoy your negotiation tales. Man, I got so many good negotiation tales. You got to come to my negotiation conference if you're serious. We spend 4 days. We do that every 18 months. It's only every 18 months I do a negotiation conference, and we spend 4 days together. And I bring amazing guest speakers that talk about some of their negotiations and business wizardry, and I tell some stories from my life. And most important, I give you a lot of structure that you can be a lot closer to an expert negotiator and have expert outcomes instead of amateur outcomes. And I don't want to talk about all the details right now, but we talked about 2 negotiations. Just today we talked about 2 negotiations of I got a almost $7,000 discount on something today just for saying a few words. I told you a story yesterday about another situation like that. They had about $3,000 discount on something. Again, just for saying a few words and being a little persistent. And just the way of getting things done. You hear how I talk to people, like when I talk to a construction people or a vendor, or I'm like, yeah, come work on the weekend. Yeah, come, I'll get you extended hours. Come work 12 hours a day. Work on the weekend. Deliver the thing tomorrow. There's always, I'm always getting something done, ahead of schedule, better than expected, really high quality outcomes. And even restaurants, even simple things like that. You show up at a restaurant and say, oh, hey, do you have a reservation? So, no, but I'd like that seat right there. And goddamn, you'd be shocked how many times I get exactly what I want. And it's all the time, man. It's all the time. But negotiation is a lifestyle. Negotiation is not something you do once in a while. Negotiation is a whole lifestyle that, just like you're going to lift some weights to get your muscles bigger, you have to, be tolerant of social pressure, tolerant of someone saying no to you. I don't give a if somebody says no to me 100 times. How many times does somebody have to say yes to get what you want? Once. I just need one yes. I don't care if they find 50 creative ways to tell me, no, I can't, I'm not supposed to, the rules are, but my boss, but my mom, Jesus said. I don't give a what their litany of excuses is. We just need to get past that and get to one yes. I just need one yes. I just need one yes to get, whatever it is that I'm looking for in a particular context. I had a contractor that I was dealing with. I did business with them in the past, probably something close to $100,000 in business in the past. And I haven't talked to him for over a year. And I called him out of the blue a while ago. And I said, hey, I need you to, help me with this, and that. When can you be here? And he said, well, when do you like me to be there? I'm like, right now. So you teleport here now. Second best thing would be, tomorrow at noon. Can you be here tomorrow at noon? He's like, oh, I got a thing from 11 till 1 or 1:30. I said, I got an idea. Here's what we could do. That other appointment you have, them, and just be here at noon instead. And he's like, you know what? Let me make a call and see what I can do. He said, I'll call you in 5 minutes. He called me in 2 minutes instead. He said, I'll be there at noon tomorrow. So I like a negotiation like that. Now that's something where there's nothing mystical or magical. There's I already have credibility with that person. He knows I'm easy to work with. Who's more delightful to work with than me? I don't know either. So he knows I'm easy to work with. He knows I'm a real customer, that if I ask him to come out and look at something, I don't have to think about it for 3 weeks or ask my wife or my girlfriend or my consult with my bunny or some other shit. It's I can make a decision right now. I already made the decision. That's why I'm calling him. He knows I already made the decision. I'm calling him because I already made a decision that I want him to provide me, product and service, both. He knows I already made the decision. That's why I'm calling him. So he just has to show up. He has to not annoy me, not piss me off, and get there promptly and accommodate my schedule. And he's done. Sale done. So, why wouldn't he do that? So, a lot of those negotiations, it's going to go back to your reputation with yourself and your reputation with others, that if people know that you're a serious person to get things done, then they're a lot more likely to be accommodating. If they know you're going to be respectful of their time, they're a lot more likely to be accommodating. if they know that you're going to, reward them well, financially or otherwise, whatever, depending on the type of negotiation, they're going to be well rewarded for giving you what you want. Well, it's a lot easier to give somebody what they want if they're mindful to make sure that your needs are met and probably exceeded. That you have to be their best option. In summary, you have to be their best option. So negotiation is not a shortcut thing where like you get some magical shit that you don't deserve. It might sound that way when I'm like, oh yeah, I go to a restaurant all the time and they're booked and there's, they'll tell the person before me, oh, sorry, no more times available for tonight. We're totally booked. And that person will leave and I say, hey, can you see me right there? I'd love to sit right there. Oh, do you have a reservation, sir? No, I don't. I'd like to make one right now. I'd like to make one with you for that seat for right now. For right now. Can I make a reservation for right now for that seat, please? You'd be surprised how many times they say yes, even though they told the person before me, oh, sorry, can't, no. So make sure that you're their best option. Make sure that you're mindful of their needs and circumstances. Sometimes it's as simple as a little humor. Sometimes it's a little persistence. Sometimes it's a few dollars. Sometimes it's a combination of those things. But don't think about it like a shortcut. Think about it as an art and a science, and it's the art and science of making sure that you take good care of other people. So it's the path of least resistance for them to give you what you want. Make it the path of least resistance, both through, mostly through rewards. Because you can only hit somebody with a stick so many times before they see you coming and they're like, that guy. You can't. What I'm saying is you can't punish somebody or brutalize somebody or pick on them to get what you want. That might work one time in a transactional relationship. It's not good for your reputation long term, and it's not effective. Repetitively with the same person. I like building friendships and relationships with very few people. I like to have good friendships and relationships that when I go somewhere, everybody likes me, they take great care of me, they know I'm going to take good care of them, they know everything's going to be easy, it's going to be fun, it's going to be a win-win, everything's going to be easy. So that's what you need to do to be a good negotiator. If you don't want to do that, then forget about it. Carl says he signed up. He said he signed up already for the next negotiation conference. You're going to be really happy about that, Carl. You're going to learn a lot. Any other thoughts?
No, I liked what you talked about, that negotiation, just because even when we're here during the week and, you take a lot of phone calls, you do that. I know this is not necessarily a negotiation call, but I hear you do that on every phone call you take, literally. And it always has I always catch it. It almost starts with a bit of, humor, or is he being forceful, assertive, but there's a touch of humor, and it really does always go your way. We've never even talked about this, but I pick up on that because you take a lot of phone calls and you do that on literally, if it's delivering food or buying, crazy things. I notice you do that with every single interaction you have, and it's crazy how good you are at that. But that's something I could probably get better at.
And we're lucky because, we get the privilege of hanging out with you all the time, and, sitting at the dinner table, you get these phone calls, and, sometimes you put them on speaker. So we really get the full gist of
experience.
it. And it's a really fun experience. And, we learn a lot, even just some of the negotiating and stuff where you said, you were able to save, thousands of dollars. I think also one part you didn't really explain is how well you are on top of everything, and that's a big factor of that. You're able to punch the numbers in and remember the numbers of different things right away. You don't have to pull out your calculator and add it up, or go back as you're on the phone, go back and look through emails and different things. Your brain is stored and it's ready just to spit out the information, almost so then when that person on the phone, you almost take over the conversation, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then they start listening to you. And it's, like I said, it's entertaining to be able to listen to. And also it's great for us because it's a good learning opportunity.
I actually put it on the speakerphone frequently for the humor and benefit of my guests that who's ever here this week that can, I'm happy you pay attention to those things, both of you. I think it's actually quite useful. And, I wish I had more structure like that when I was younger. I had to figure out quite a few things myself on that. Nobody really teaches negotiation the way that it happens in real life. And, I think Kyle's comment is on point. There's a bit of humor and a bit of forcefulness both. But at the end of the day, I still got to be that person's best option, and I got to help them accomplish their goals too. So I am a bit forceful in the sense that, I want exactly what I want, but I also have to be mindful. I need to make sure that this person's winning, that this person's getting what they want or what they need out of the interaction as well, because it won't be sustainable in the future if I'm not mindful of that. So never think of negotiation as a circumstances like you're supposed to be a big bully and boss people around all the time. Like, there's an element of that, but you also have to make sure that they're well rewarded or well compensated in some way, that their goals are being met at a higher level than somebody else would meet them. And then they're happy to do business with you again and again and again. And it's even easier to get what you want in the future.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.